That purification.
Good afternoon. I've got 12:01 and I will call the June 30th special call meeting to order. It's good to see everyone, and Daniel, you bring forward the list, please. And I don't see any elected officials. If you'll stand with me if you're able. What I'd like to ask you to do, if you're a person of faith and prayer, if you just join with me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Under minutes, we have none. Under announcements, none. Invited guests, none. Bid awards, none. Reports, none. Consent agenda items, none. Old business, discuss action to approve the reception of $624,526 from the FAA for the FY17 Airport Improvement Grant Program and $145,885.50 for the Supplement 2 Environmental Assessment Grant. Was tabled from the June 15, 2017 Board of Commissioners meeting and the June 27, 2017 Board of Commissioners meeting. At this time, I'll entertain a motion on this old business item.
I make a motion to approve.
A motion to approve by Commissioner Collette. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Pownell. And open it up for discussion.
Well, I'm glad we finally reached an agreement on this, and I'm glad something we could do. I'm finally glad that I have a piece about it. Maybe not 100% piece, but it's good enough to where I can vote positively and think positively about it. There were some issues we had to clear up. Thank you yesterday to the Airport Authority for helping clear up those issues. I appreciate it. Now we can move forward. The only thing I'd like to add is I know they're going to receive $700,000+. I hope in some way they can use some of it, and I'm not asking all of it because I know they need money to operate the airport, but some of it to show a good gesture back to the taxpayers that they're going to repay some of the bond payment. I'm not sure what that figure is. I think it's over $700,000 now that they owe the taxpayers for the bonds. So I would like to see a portion of that used for that purpose. Other than that, thank you.
And thank you for those comments. I do have some information from Ms. Pollard, who's already headed for Arkansas on vacation. Yeah, right. In October of 2016, the Airport Authority contributed $559,695.21 to the bond debt. That was all principal, she said. Without that payment, just rounding off the numbers, the balance would have been $2,580,000 with that payment, which was made in 2017. About 6 months later, it was actually put in the bank, March the 16th exactly. So it went from, again, I'm repeating myself, $2,580,000 down to $2,020,000. And I asked her if that puts the Airport Authority ahead of schedule, and she said yes. So just that for information that kind of ties to what Commissioner Collette said. But I agree that the more that can lower that bond payment, the better it'll be. So any other comments, discussion?
I'd like to make a statement. I'm not totally comfortable with what we have done. I'm going to accept it as it is. And the reason I'm not is for the simple reason that I feel like that it was done in a manner that I wasn't satisfied with the whole deal. I realize that this grant money is important to the airport authority and to the airport. They certainly ought to get it. But sometimes I don't like negotiating things a certain way. I feel like too they need to pay as much on their bond as they possibly can. And I think we're all good with this today. We're going to try to work with them, and hopefully they'll work with us in the future.
I'll echo some of those same sentiments. Would like to see the bond payment continue. Let's reduce that. I would like to say thank you to the airport authority for working together, kind of finding a way that we can correct what was done. I'm still frustrated that we were in this position to start with. What was done by an outgoing chairman on his last day of office was wrong. And the trouble it caused us with having to deal with the FAA, and even having to get to that point with the airport authority is frustrating. But nevertheless, I appreciate the airport authority coming to the table and working to find joint corrective action plans so we can move forward.
A couple things I'd like to say. And one will be a little bit different just because of some information Chairman Carmichael just gave you. We have a contract with the airport authority concerning the bonds. Because of certain things, we are in litigation with Silver Common because of the bonds. Because the airport authority has a contract with him that he's going to pay the bonds. And then they have a contract with us that they're going to pay the bonds. But just so that I can make everything clear, the taxpayers the last couple of years have been paying the bonds. Not Silver Common and not the airport authority. I do appreciate the airport authority's work the last couple of days. We have more to do. We have a lot more to come together on, to work on. And I expect and trust that that will happen. That we will both do our parts to continue to work on that. Just to make a couple things clear, and not to be argumentative about it, but to give you the facts. Some people don't want to hear the facts. And they get scared of the facts is what it is. But what happens is this, what has happened is this, the airport authority did give back some of the bond money that was put back towards the bond. It's a little bit different than making a bond payment because that's not what they did. They did not make a bond payment. They did not use all the money. They can't use it for anything else, so therefore they gave it back. And it went towards that bond, which lowered that bond debt. But the facts are that we have paid out on behalf of the airport authority, on behalf of Silver Comet, because neither one kept that commitment. And we've had to pay it because we back the bonds. We back all the bonds in the county, and we got to keep our bond rating good. And so the taxpayers paid out $766,572.50 so far. There's another bond payment that'll be made, which will be interest only August 1st. I don't have that exact amount, but it'll fall in somewhere between $34,000 and $39,000. And that'll be made, which will push us to $800,000. We've also got some monies out, $80,478.82 for some other stuff. It may be a little bit ties to this grant, and then some of it doesn't, but we've got that money out. So we've got quite a bit of money out. We've got somewhere around, as of August 1st, in fact in a few weeks, because we'll pay the bond payment early, we'll have $880,000 of the taxpayers' money out that we've had to pay on bonds and some other related items. We have very much supported and done what we need to do according to the intergovernmental agreement, and we are way beyond our commitment that we have to make according to that intergovernmental agreement, so I want to make that clear. I'm also very thankful that we've come to an agreement to work out some things that puts us in a spot to where we feel like we can accept these, because in accepting these, we also agree that we have other things in line and other things T's dotted, or I's dotted, T's crossed, and things taken care of. And so it's a little bit more than us just voting to accept these. It kind of says other things. And according to what we've been able to take care of the last few days, puts us in a position where we feel better about accepting these grants. And some people may say, well, what's so hard about accepting money? Well, there's other things that tie to it. And by accepting, you're making a statement that you have done this, this, or that. And we want to make sure that we're doing what we need to do. I think the commissioners up here feel better. I don't think they're 100% warm and fuzzy about all of it, but at the same time, we're looking out for the taxpayers. And at the end of the day, I hope that the airport authority will do what they can do to help out the taxpayers and pay some of this debt back. And you're in a position to be able to do that in the near future, especially if everything in this is reimbursement. So if it's all reimbursement, then it's reimbursement on monies that you've spent, which means that you've already fulfilled that grant and you're getting this money back. And that means that you've got it and you can make the choice to take care of the taxpayers of Halton County, which is what we're up here to do. So that's where we stand, and I think that's it for me.
Thank you, Todd.
So we have a motion and a second. It's time to vote. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. For new business, we have none. It's the conclusion of our regular business items, and we don't have anyone who signed up to speak on non-agenda items. Executive session, we have none. So I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
A motion we adjourn?
Second.
Motion second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Have a great 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.